The champ is here. I have to be honest, John Cena is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. You gotta realize, when I was growing up was the peak of John Cena's run as the guy of WWE. And even with that, even with the nostalgia and me noting my bias for him, I still think John is an amazing performer. I mean, even though he may not be the single most technical wrestler ever, he is a good wrestler, and his storytelling is on a whole other level. And to me, that's what's more important in wrestling. You know, the reason I adore Bret Hart is, yes, because of his technical mastery, but also because every match he ever had a story that was compelling. Cena is very similar in that way. So, because of that, now that I'm all in on my wrestling figure collections, and have been for a few years, I of course have a few John Cenas kicking around, but I'll never forget which one was the first one I added to the collection. Released around 2014 to 2015, this is Mattel's Elite version of John Cena, specifically when John Cena was doing the US title Open Challenge. If you're unaware of this time, it's one of the undoubted best eras of John Cena. So, after WrestleMania 31, John Cena beat Rusev for the US Championship and became the US Champion. As a result, every week on Raw, he would let anyone who wanted to challenge him face him for the title. It was an open challenge. He became a fighting champion, and quite frankly, I think John Cena really reestablished the belt as being something special. One, because, of course, he was the face of WWE and holding the belt, but two, he put on amazing matches every week and even better matches on pay-per-view. Now, you could always point out he had amazing opponents, but that doesn't change the fact that it takes two to tango, and for it to be a truly great match, you have to have a level of talent yourself. That's just basic logic. Taking a closer look, and this was the weird midpoint of WWE Elite, where a lot of figures actually just didn't look great. I think this John Cena looks really nice. This is just a sculpted head sculpt, no face scan. It still looks solid. I will say, though, the hat will leave smudges on the forehead. They're very slight, but you can see them with the naked eye. The rest of the body looks fine, very basic. You know, this was at the point where, like, literally every wave had a John Cena, so I'm sure a lot of people were probably burnt out on this type of body by that time. Thankfully, you do have a few accessories, like his dog tags, but you just slide them right over the head. Have his blue cap, and the US belt, which looks very nice. They've actually somewhat remade this figure for the Top Picks line recently. I can't wait to get my hands on it, because this is still one of my all-time favorite John Cena figures, mostly due to it being one of the first.